Alright guys, welcome back. We're working on DP15 Englishtown, New Jersey, Eyes of the World, the chord solo that Jerry does. Alright, let's get right into the C-A-G-E-D thing like I like to do for E major 7th. Open position, make it an E major 7th. Now we can do some kind of pinky hammer-on stuff. That brings us right up to the D position of the E major 7th. You can mess around with this in a couple different manners. Basically setting yourself up for the B minor. Alright, so we got up to the D position of the E major 7th. The C position of the E major 7th is also the same first three strings. Add these guys if you want. But right in here you'll find a lot of dancing around is available. So that's part of the chord solo methodology. Just play hammer-ons right out of the chord form. Again, you're setting yourself up for the B minor. Alright, we're up into the A shape of the E major 7th. There's your A. We're going to make it the major 7th. And again, we're doing lots of little hammery-on-y stuff. We're going to transcend up into the G shape. So you can boogie around right in there. That's a fun one. Alright, the E major 7th ends up 12 frets above the open position. Here's your E major 7th. And again, we're just dancing around on the chord form. That type of thing. Alright, so we've covered our 5 positions of the E major 7th, ending up here. Of course, you can just keep going higher. All those positions shifted up 3 frets become a B minor. The main difference being the E major 7th works out of an Ionian scale, where your pinky's hammering on Ionian scale notes, and when you're into the B minor, you're now into a Dorian scale. So let's take a look at that just for a sec. So there's your E major 7th. Now we're up to the Dorian part. So I hear Jerry doing a lot of dancing around with the pinky on the E major 7th. But then he uses the B minor positions to get a little distance between the chords and slide from one to another. Alright, so the dance continues on the B minor chords, right? Alright, so sometimes Jerry comes out of that B minor into a little lick to bring it back. So in the second solo, it's the E major 7th to B minor to A. The A is also another place where Jerry oftentimes will do a lick. Something like that. That's just right out of the D shape. Starting with the notes of the D shape. Or you can start up here, walking down to the first note of the D shape. Another one I do is down here on the 5th fret. There's a couple different ways to do those. Alright, so again we're talking about the Englishtown Eyes of the world, DP15. Solo 1 is E major 7th to B minor. Solo 2 is E major 7th, B minor, A. So we got 3 chords. We know we have at least 5 positions to play each one of those chords up and down the neck, a la the CAGED method. Our right hand is going to get pretty chunky and syncopated in there. Our left hand is going to put a lot of vibrato as we transition from chords. We're going to use our pinky and other fingers to hammer on and off. That's about it. Let's have some fun. Right, now I'll take a few passes at trying to put it all together. I'm finding some of that denser chordal motion that he does by just poking around in the chord shapes also.